found involved in the world when guitar players put next to a drummer instead of the bass player.
I mean, I don't.
I can't either. On the good side, I don't need much drums in my cans.
Yeah.
They might be isolated as heck, but
But I'm not in doing it.
yeah.
Yo, what's up? How's this sounding? I finally think I've got it all dialed in for the most part. But always room for growth here for sure. Here's one thing for you. I already know I need is more of my mic. Which it sounds like y'all are good. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Well, I got a couple things I want to talk about. Number one, I hope you all are having a good week. I'm curious about your Easter prep if you're playing at all and how that's going. How's this sounding so far? I forget how the rest of that goes. Some other licks. Yeah. So I want to talk about how, actually, let me check the stream since there's not a ton of you in here right now. I'm just curious about something because it's, of course, I'm always curious about something. I am running the studio comp by case study right now, seeing how that's going, and I want to show you something else that that's been kind of sort of on my priority list of something to look at and review. You'll probably hear the stream again. I am running the studio comp by case study right now. Yeah, it sounds terrible in my ears. That's why I'm saying that. But there's a reason why, I think. I shouldn't say terrible, but I think there's a reason why. All right. First of all, I will show you the case study. Actually, I'm going to show you something else real quick. Let's see here. There we go. All right. So I want to show you this case study compressor. It's right here. Right over there. It's been awesome so far. I'm not going to lie though. My drives are having a hard time with it. So it could be the way I'm running it. I've messed with it quite a bit and it's a harder one for me to dial in. It could be easier if I was like maybe not so used to the same thing, which has been like I've been running let's see, it's over here. Jackson Audio Bloom. I've been running in that position, but I wanted to give this a go. But let's hear it. All right. So here it is dry. Which I think sounds awesome. Let's go with a cleaner sound. So what I noticed right off the bat is, check it out. So I want to show you this. Whenever I run it clean, it sounds awesome. Now over here, you got 3 knobs on the top. Left to right, it goes ratio, threshold, gain. Okay, so I'm just going to talk about those 3 knobs right now. So if I increase the ratio, I increase it to about the 1 or 2 o'clock. Check it out. It's not letting enough sound in. That's what the ratio on compressors does, is for every decibel you're allowing X amount of other decibels in. So I bring that back down. But I like to have a little bit of something there. So anyways, threshold, that's just where you're capping your volume. So check it out. It's at around 1 o'clock right now. If I'm going to bring it down to like the 9. Doesn't affect the tone, doesn't affect any science behind it. It just lowers the amount of, basically the threshold, the amount of level that's allowed through. And then the last thing it hits is the gain, so the final volume. It's really like a studio compressor. If I lower that, it takes what you dialed in from the ratio and the threshold and just acts as a master volume. Now the bottom 2 knobs, left to right, is attack and release, and the middle switch is a bright switch. The attack and release, check it out. If I go lower on the attack, you'll notice that it really has a pop to it. If I have a slower attack to it, check it out. If I have a quick release, it gets really funky. You can really get funky with that. It almost has like a pop feel to it, which actually is cool. Where I've kind of rested with it is right around there right now. And here's why. It really messes my overdrives if I don't. So that's my first stage. If I really start messing with these knobs again, here, let me show you. So I lowered the attack to about 9 o'clock. It was at like D1. Hard to tell anything with chords, but if I play it. Get that pop kind of back, which is cool. Now check this. This is another first stage overdrive that I have, but if I really start messing with the gain, the threshold, and the ratio, it does really things that I don't personally like. Like my overdrives just don't like it. So I'm just going to start with the first knob, which is the ratio. If I went to the ratio and put it around noon, I'm gonna move this to where it actually gets in the angle. There we go. So if I move that ratio knob, which is right there on the left, I have it about noon. That's with a first stage overdrive. It really deadens my sound. If I go up even more to like the 3 o'clock, check this. Nothing. So I like to test pedals in series. So like from left to right or right to left. And usually one thing or one pot usually will lead into the other. Not always, but in some cases. So here's an example. So I'm going to put this in the shot. The Jackson Auto Bloom. I read it like from the top row of pedals there, or knobs, the top row. The comp is amount of compression. The blend is the dry signal, and the final is the volume. So I read it like right to left. Like most pedals are right to left. Not all, but. And then the EQ band is just its own little thing, bass, middle, treble. So that's how I like to start with pedals whenever I get new ones and check them out. So right now I have the ratio where I like it. And I feel like I got my sound kind of back. Another first stage. All right. So there's that. Now I'll show you this. This is the Kilt. No, I'm sorry. That's not the Kilt. Let me go back to like a first stage daily driver. Sounds really good. I did another one the other day. Like another one, the song. But I ended up not liking this thing because of a few reasons. I started messing with the knobs and I had the ratio at noon, and this is what happened. Just bad things. It didn't sound good. So I brought it back down. I could even bring the gain up and let it hit the overdrives harder. Where I found that I liked it was right around noon. So this is completely clean. Now here's the daily driver again. My blues breaker circuit. And my ODR one. That's where I kind of like it, and I love it. I think it actually sounds better. For me, my ears, right now, I think it sounds better than the Bloom. I've been messing around with a slower attack too, so I'm using the attack now closer to the 3 o'clock. And this is what happened. A quite subtle compression. All right, so I want to show you that, which I thought was really cool. Thank you, Case Study, for letting me try that out. This is by no means sponsored or bought and paid for or anything by Case Study. I just made a post saying, oh my gosh, fire, you know, like the fire emoji. And he was kind enough to send it to me, but with an unbiased review and thoughts. And I'm still dialing it in. That's the whole point of this whole thing. So It's hard to get a pedal and not just keep dialing it in. It's really rare for me to find a pedal and I'm good as soon as it comes out of the box. Now, I dialed in a really good tone for another one, and that's that sound. It's really, really clean and has a lot of high transients, which I like. And that's without the bright switch on. I liked what it did. Kind of got that pop feel from the guitar straight into my effects. But when I messed with the knobs, like I said, my overdrives didn't really like it. So there's that. Now, for another thing that I was going to talk about, because I want to show you all an option for something that you can have on the move, on the go, at your campuses, and I'm going to unplug here, so I'm going to lose myself. But that is the XVive U4 wireless in-ear system. Now it comes with two things. One is the receiver, one is the transmitter. So this is the transmitter right here, and it comes with that 1/4-inch jack. So if it'll focus, maybe not, but you can just unplug it. And again, this is an unbiased review, not bought for, not paid for, unsponsored, all the things. And it has some channels to kind of change here on the user interface in case you have a channel of Wi-Fi or other wireless systems in your church around you that are interfering. So you can actually change the channel that you're on. I'm not going to do that for the sake of this video because I got dialed in. Here's my only knock on these things is it's mono. It's not stereo. And if you play in stereo, this is not going to probably work perfectly how you want it to. Now, if you can get around it and just play mono, knowing that you're sending a stereo signal, then great. But that also means that everything you're getting in your ears is in mono. There is no stereo. So that's my only knock on this thing. Other than that, I think it's awesome. It's good for on the go. You can just pack it up in a little bag that comes with it, and you can put your pack, your transmitter, and if you need the 1/4-inch, you can take that with you. Otherwise, just leave it at the house or whatever. Plug these two things in, plug this into an XLR from whatever is receiving your monitor signal. So if it's an XLR or unbalanced or anything like that, you just plug this in, let it sit on the floor, let this have a good line of sight to it, and it works like a charm. I'm on channel 3. I noticed that that one has really, really good reception pretty much everywhere. I'm curious as to what it might have that could interfere with it, but I've yet to find out what it is. This thing is awesome. Now I can't really do any sound samples or anything like that because it's just not going to work. I can't send one from this yet. But what you would be hearing is a mono signal. This is your volume knob. The instructions say to kind of keep it at that level right there where the arrow meets. So I'm not really sure why, but I did notice that if I cranked it, it's a really hot signal. And I don't mean like loud. I mean like a weird compression thing. So when I dialed it back down, like the instructions actually said, then everything sounded actually pretty good. For a mono signal, it sounded fine. Now, if you don't play in stereo and you're not really worried about getting stems and tracks and all sorts of panning, then this is great. This is a great option for you to have on the move, on the go. Again, this is unbiased, unsponsored. So I'm just giving my honest thoughts. The only knock I have is that it's mono only. So if they're smart, they're going to be working on a stereo system, and then I'm all in. I think it's a great system, especially if you happen to be playing at a place, at a church, at a venue, whatever it might be, that doesn't have wireless as an option, but that you do have your monitors or your mix to a wedge, maybe to an XLR. Just put this into the XLR instead of running from a wedge or whatever. Try this system. I think it works awesome. The only thing I do have also about this is when you take this transmitter and you plug it into a 1/4-inch, and I know the housing is whatever it is. I mean, this thing is huge. So I've been plugging it in right here into my user interface. And I'm going to show you this right now. So you can barely see it right here on the feed, but it's sticking out. It's huge. It takes up a lot of space. Now, if it was on the floor or anything like that, just from an XLR, just plugged in, That's the whole point of wireless. It'll just transmit that signal from wherever it rests to this. You take your in-ears or any sort of headphones, plug them in, and now I can hear myself. I hadn't heard myself that whole time. So, yeah. Anyways, I like this thing. I think it's actually really, really good. But I play in stereo, so it's not really anything I'd probably use often, or at least not yet. All right. What do y'all got? I don't even know who's in here. I'm going to kind of play around, kind of showcasing that studio comp. Here's one for you. Now, if you are a member on the website, what you'll see is, well, a couple things, but what you'll see mostly is another one, the song. I tabbed it out both ways so that it has like this. But also the chord changes. So but you'll notice on the YouTube video and the tutorial, I'm just playing it straight with the drop D. This camera, I'll need to work on that. It's not as bright as I want it. I'll work on that some other time. But case study, amazing job. I think you did awesome. I've been messing around with a lot of different genres lately, and that's one of them I'm really trying to get into in terms of playing it is like that Stapleton style. Dog, what's up, bro? What's your real name? P Dog. Something about saying P Dog. Sorry, bro. What up, Preston? You playing this weekend for Easter? I gotta say, Easter's like one of the, it's a hard one as a musician because I feel like with all the practice and all the prep, you're constantly reminded of why we do what we do. But at the same time, it's like you want to get that one right. You know what I mean? So I'm curious about how everyone's prepping and how their week's going. I know it's easy to get distracted with that. Yeah? So you like EG more, I take it? Ooh, I got some ambient presets on this. Ooh, hang on. Nope. What? And you're playing bass on Easter. That's awesome, dude. Only ever played once. Bro, I hear you. I hear you, man. just kind of messing around, kind of showcasing that studio compact case study. Dude, another one was really fun. Glad you liked it, man. Because it was a blast. Dude, it's so I will say this. I wasn't happy with how I landed with EG2. But that was like also the like fifth take because I kept messing up the chord changes. Don't know why. They're super easy, but I messed up once because it reminded me of another song. So I just flubbed it. And then the next time I didn't like how the verses sound. So anyways, yeah. I've been trying to get better at learning the chord changes. So that one just plays straight, but I want to know just in case the chord changes. So we'll go like, let me think about this. That sounded just yummy. Whenever I heard it, it sounded so good. So I knew I had to learn it. There's a song that I really like that's in drop D. What's my favorite worship song? Ooh, I don't have one. Like, I mean that it varies, and I like them all. It's a good question though. Okay, I just got a notification that there's been dropped frames in the stream. Let me know if that's true, because I want to know, and I do want to figure that out. I haven't had one since. Well, what I mean is I haven't, in all my testing so far, I haven't had any. But you all let me know. Dropped frames meaning like it's been like dropping the frames. Can't really say it much better than that. If this works out, if you all like this format, I am going to probably get a switcher so I don't have to like touch the mouse and hear the annoying clicking. I'm just checking the stream. All right. I don't know when it happened. Yeah, I don't know when it happened. It says I have 392 frames that were dropped, which isn't really much. It sounds like a lot, but when I'm running it in 30 frames a second, it's not a lot. All right. Well, thanks. So nothing changed on your end. Man, I wonder when it happened. Oh well. Everything's working good now. I haven't. That number has not changed. So I don't. Maybe there's a dip in my Wi-Fi or internet. I'm not running Wi-Fi though. Right. Well. Well, other than that, I was just noodling around. I was curious about Easter. I want to show off that case study studio compressor. And yeah. What do y'all got? Anything? Here's a hot topic for you. Is anyone watching The Chosen? Because right now that is a hot topic. Because I guess season 4 is postponed. Or will be postponed. Yeah, so I can't wait to not really run this wireless. Are you working on any songs right now? Well, yes. Yes, I am. I just got done filming what was it? My Help by Josh Baldwin. I got another request for him, or not for him, but for another one of his songs. What was it? Made for More. So that's newer. My Help is a little bit older, like a couple of years. But what was it called? Yeah, Made for More. That's off his most recent album. His songs, man, showcase that sound a lot. That telly. Yeah, you've seen all of The Chosen, I take it? Is that what you're talking about? P-Dog? Yeah, we had to. As a matter of fact, I took my wife to the movie theater to watch season 4, and it was awesome. It's just cool. And it's not, it sounds weird saying that, but it is. It's a cool thing that they're doing, and I'm really glad I've been getting to watch it. But the songs I just did, My Help, I gotta edit that and then post it, and then Made for More is gonna be next, unless you all got anything that you want to see or have available. What I do, I'll show it to you. I don't care. So what I do is I mean, teach his own, but I just go to Multitracks, and I don't use Multitracks to learn the songs. What I do is I cheat. I'm gonna let y'all know what I do. There's only five of y'all in here, so who cares? All right. So this is what I do: is I go to Multitracks. You know what? I want to check it out. Give me just a second. I want to get where you can see my screen. Super risky. Oh, dude, this is funny. So I go to Multitracks. Now, if I'm trying, sorry, I gotta set this up real quick. As far as the screen grab. Other than that, how is everything sounding? Oh, watch this. This is going to be crazy. I've never done this before. What? So this is what I do. is I go to Multitracks and I go right up here to songs and I go to top songs. And I just kind of look at it. Now, what I have learned is this is like super dependent on what is going on currently. So when it's Christmas time, it's a lot of Christmas songs. It's Easter, so of course Sunday's Coming is there, which is an awesome song, by the way. Praise, why wouldn't it be? Hosanna, of course. Anyways, these are all great songs to be leading our churches with. But this is kind of what I do, is I'll just go there, and now here it is, another one. I just saw it. Where is it? Yeah, another one. That was up here. As a matter of fact, the first 4 songs or 5 songs way before Easter and all that was all elevation. So they're writing some really good stuff right now, man. I mean, Nobody, Praise, Trust in God. I mean, they're writing a lot of good stuff. So thank you guys for writing such good music for us to learn. Yeah. Wall, thanks, man. Let me know what I can do different or better. I'm always eager to learn and know. But yeah, this is just what I do. I kind of just check out to see, and because this is what's telling me in the top songs, this is what's telling me what churches are using as downloads. Like they're downloading the stems, they're using the stems, they're logging into their account and, you know, manipulating these stems or whatever. And so Multitracks just reflects that. So let's say I want to do Sunday's Coming. All right, first thing I do is I look at the key, kind of get like figure out where I'm going to be on the fretboard before. And I mean, I'll have heard it by then. I would be like listening to it, learning it, sometimes even worshiping with it. Just honestly depends on the day. Probably should be listening and worshiping.
The women came before the dawn.
All right, so I don't want to get a copyright strike, but so I'll do that and I'll go to rehearsal mix and I don't buy anything. So if I listen to the song before, then I know that that's the bridge. But this is the crazy part, man, right here. This is what drives me nuts. And it's okay. Like I'm not like mad at them or anything. But you know, like, and I get it from a creative process. I get this. Totally get it. Like this would be my dream, to just sit in a studio and just lay these tracks. It'd be cool. But I just try to find the one, and so that doesn't have anything. I look down here and it has no audio like from it. Here we go. And I just listen to it. So that's that refrain. All right. Cool, sounds good. Then I just kind of mess around with it. So that's EG1 of me, which is what I played in the video. So I chose that as the EG1. Let's see what EG4 is. So think of more EG2, cool. Kind of EG2 still. Alright, here's another EG2 thing, but this is the one I stole and used as that part, that last refrain in EG2s. I went fuzz, I went real big. Yeah, so. So sometimes what I do is I'll just learn the notes like how I'm doing now with no audio. And then I'll just go verify it on this. Am I still in drop D? Yep. I had a feeling as I was playing that I was like, in the key of C, that don't feel right. All right, you get the point. So, yeah, that's kind of what I do here. Is I just kind of go through these and listen to them. And I look at these big spikes right here. So whenever I see an audio file, see how this one's like kind of real quiet, and I could listen to these. I mean, if I even asked my church for the stems, maybe they might give it to me. I don't know, but sometimes I don't want them. I don't want them. I like the process that I do right now of learning and just listening to what's on the record, and we'll listen for the highlights. And when it's hard to decipher what it is, or maybe it's like, oh, is that an eighth note or is that a dotted eighth? Like I can't quite tell. There's a lot going on there. Then I really resort to these. But a little trick that I learned is I look at these audio files, and instead of looking at 9 stems of electric guitar, which one am I on? 7. So number 7, there's nothing there except like something going on right here. And then there's really big stuff right here. So this adds to that refrain. All right, so slide, but I can't, if the whole song isn't really doing slide, then I don't really use it. So EG2 here. And it's relatively like kind of lower. So there's some spikes right here. So that's probably the chorus. This one's real busy. Ooh, it's busy, but it's ambience, adding to the pads and stuff. That's what it's doing. So I think EG4 or 3 were the EG1. 3. There it is. So let me see if I can pull this up. So here's my editor. Let me see if I can change this. I'm showing you my editor real quick. Like my PBC editor. And I'm gonna load it up and try to play this. Because I don't even know. I don't even remember how to play this. That's the funny part. All right. So watch this. This is the crazy part. All right, so here's my editor. So right now I'm on a tutorial set list. I have all these. I've done this, so I just go down and find Sunday is Coming. I know you're probably, everyone who is in here is like, the heck. All right, and I just upload it to the mastermind. And then I kind of try to play through it. Do you all ever get that where like, fast picking is not really like happening for you. It's not working. But yeah, that was totally unplanned and unscheduled. Suggestion. I'm not sure if you've done them before, but I really like Good Plans by Red Rocks. Holy Ground by Passion. Holy Ground I've done. Red Rocks Good Plans I have not yet. I will put that in the bank for sure. I have about maybe 5 more minutes in me. What do you want to do? What do you want to talk about? Actually, I'm probably going to sign off now. Now's a good time. So I love you all. This has been fun. We went over Easter, just in general, just checking in with you all about Easter and the week and playing with you all or planning, prepping with you all. I'm not even playing Easter this year. I just wanted time and it's spring break. So spending a lot of time with the family this week. But yeah, it's been a good week for me. It's been good to just get stuff done around the house and be with family. But hoping to do some more of that tomorrow. But anyways, and then we talked about the Studio Compressor by Case Study, and then the XVive U4 wireless in-ear system. All of which have been unbiased, unsponsored. All right, they didn't pay me or nothing. I was just giving my honest thoughts. So love y'all. As always, have a great Easter. Praise Jesus. Keep praying. Keep playing. See ya.